Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Shalom to the elect. You know, one of the hot topics is, getting revenge. That's not within the program of the teachings of Yahushai. All right, that's not something that we were ever taught to do. You know, so if you get caught up, with law enforcement or you get seriously injured or hurt, the scripture say, well, what Peter said, rather be punished for well-doing, roughly paraphrasing. Do you find that? It says, rather will we suffer for well-doing, not for evil, because that's not the point to get revenge. You handle yourself in the situation as it comes, all right, and don't purposely inject yourself into situations, And you've been in the truth over 5 years. You should kind of have a attitude of you're just teaching. You're not out here for confrontation or controversy. But some people's spirits, they're like that. It don't matter how long they've been teaching. That's what their spirit is like. Sometimes you might do it because you're immature. But as you get to a certain time, and you have governance like your teachers, elders over you that are teaching you the right way, then you understand, you calm your temper down sometimes, and you're definitely not going to inject yourself into situations that are going to cause no harm to yourself or to your flock. Now if it comes to you, do you have to defend the situation, and then you have to assess whether fight or flight is necessary. You have to come to that but you're not going to go into a damn protest. Like we had undercover cops. You got that precept? Mm-hmm. Read that verse first. Not undercover, they was PlainTables. Good.
On this 1 Peter chapter 3 and 17, it says, for it is better if the will of the Most High be so, that ye suffer for well-doing than for evil-doing.
Yeah, suffer for well-doing, not for injecting yourself into protest. You had plainclothes cops can come up to us on Market Street and say, in Philly, are we protesting? I'm like, that's kind of a weird question to ask. So I don't know what legal term that is. So I like, well, we just reading the scriptures. I don't know what you mean by protesting. That's like some type of legal term, and I'm not getting involved with legalities with law enforcement. All right? I invoke my right to remain silent. Well, you didn't stop me anyway, so I don't even have to invoke that. I can just ignore you because it's not like a lawful stop anyway. But you have to be very wise when you talk to law enforcement. You pretty much just get them to go away. Don't answer any questions. Especially don't be direct. But definitely don't purposely involve yourself into controversy. All right, that has nothing to do with you. All right, that's the Israelis, Khazar Jays against the fucking weirdo. He was like hopping across the street. Yeah, that's something wrong with his leg or something. But the Khazar Jays and the Arabs, all right, that's according to the end time prophecies. The third war's war, that's leading up. It says lead to the flock to draw them out, Jeremiah 49. So they're going to start these different wars, the Khazar Jays, all right. So we're not trying to be popular. We're trying to be out in the forefront just to get views on the videos. That was my assessment of why a lot of these guys go to these events. Like when we were down in West Philly, whatever it was, yeah, the Fairmont Park, whatever, Parkside. They were, you had a group that we never seen before walk past us. Were you there that week? You had a group. They're doing the
I remember that.
the concert that was going on the back of us.
I think that's Sakari.
That's Sakari?
If I'm not mistaken.
You're not mistaken, yeah. But yeah, it was basically like a music festival happening in a park behind us. We were in the park, and it was like a facility behind us that they were having the music festival. So people know about the music festival. Oh, this is a good time to go out and preach. You don't want to be. We didn't know that that particular event. Well, we did know. It's just we didn't go. We didn't come out there because of that. All right, because we do check on things like what's going to happen in the area, but we didn't come out there because of the festival. That's the spot we always teach them. All right. So, but you got guys that do research and go specifically out to places where they know it's going to be a bunch of people gathering, all right? Where anything can happen. Fights can break out, people can get drunk, You purposely injecting yourself in those situations. No, we knew that we're going to have a music festival, and we didn't believe there's going to be any issues or problems. So we continued our day as normal. But people actually do research to go out and to find the shit to get into is the point. All right, you got more? Another precept?
Yeah, I have another precept.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Gone. This Sirach 9:13, it says, keep thee far from the man that hath the power to kill, or that hath power to kill. So shalt thou not doubt the fear of death. And if thou come unto him, make no fault, lest he take away thy life presently. Remember that thou goest in the midst of snares, and that thou walkest upon the battlements of the city. Yeah, exactly, man. So, when you come around basically what, just law enforcement, the police, or basically anyone, obviously, who has power to throw you in jail, to kill you. Hey, man, you gotta watch out what you say. Right? You got to be wise, man. Like Yahushua said, you got to be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Yeah,
and evolve. We've evolved, from where we came from. The other, Natsat did a video on that. In Connecticut, New York brother. About evolving. You can't do the same things you were doing when you were, 22 that you're doing at 38. All right? I'm not doing the same shit I was doing when I was in the truth from my beginnings to now. All right? It's not fruitful. All right? Continue. Read that again.
This Sirach 9:13, it says, keep thee far from the man that hath power to kill.
Right. Law enforcement, agents, undercovers, sometimes they walk past the camp and get in conversations with you. You talking about hurting police, talking about hurting Khazars and other Edomite groups. No. You're not going to get us caught up in that shit, saying directly that we're going to do something to you. As always, thus saith the Lord, these things are going to happen to the people of Babylon. It's going to happen as Egypt, spiritual Egypt. All right? Give me spiritual Sodom and Egypt real quick. Revelation. All right? So we know Babylon, America is going to be destroyed. This whole land is going to be totally burnt. So what does it say in the scriptures about what's going to happen? What America is? Well, first of all, what is America? Okay, America is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. And what's going to happen in Sodom and Egypt? They're going to be burnt. It's going to be, the whole thing's going to be burnt. It's going to be a nuclear holocaust, so to speak, in Babylon, America, because they practice the same practices that those ancient kingdoms, cities practice. Read that.
On this Revelation 11:8, it says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
Yeah, meaning spiritually dead, meaning not knowing the knowledge of the truth, okay, having no hope, believing you have to be in an Esau system forever, and you got to make it an Esau system. Spiritually dead. Go ahead.
Yep. Also, that great city is referring unto Babylon the Great, right?
Yeah, you believe that while you're in America. Go ahead. Read it again.
It says Revelation 11:8. It says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified.
Right. The city is America. All right. It's spiritually Sodom, Egypt, Babylon. All right. These are the names, the figurative names that are given to America because they practice the same customs. All right. It's like a nickname. All right. Babylon is a nickname. America is it's called America. These United States. But what is the nickname? What is the figurative name? What is it? It's Babylon, Egypt. All right. Sodom. All right. So we know that what the end of Babylon, America is going to be. It's going to be it's going to be a nuclear holocaust. All right. So we know that there's the end of Babylon, America is near. So we're going to preach the proper prophecies pertaining to the downfall of Babylon, America. All right. We're not going to be preaching in the word in season. We can see America circling the drain. Right now, if you're not paying attention, then you don't see. If you're an old man right now, you know how different it is from when you were 18 years old. All right? 18 years old from, let's say you in your 40s now, totally different. The temperament, the love people have for each other is totally different. The spirit of America is failing. The skills that men, women had when they were younger, like 30, 40 years ago, you had more skills at a younger age. Now we're learning things later in life because the system is pushing you to take more time to do stuff. We're supposed to learn a lot of these skills when you're younger. Right? So when we read the scriptures, we're saying the prophecies that are written in the scriptures are going to come to pass. We're not going to do anything. And we're not going to project that we're going to do something personally to anyone. That's not what we were taught. And we don't care that much about your people. When we do something, we're going to be absolutely unstoppable. You're not going to be able to come in and arrest us and question us. Okay? That's how you know that we're going to do something. When you can't do nothing to stop us. Right now, you can arrest us, you can abuse us, throw us in jail, push us into a corner. You know? When we actually have the power to do something, you're not going to be able to do anything to us. All right? It says when the enemy should come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord is going to lift up a standard against them. All right? But what you got? We can bring that out too, but what you got? Yeah.
Con. There's 2 Corinthians chapter 6 and 3.
Yep.
It says, giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed.
And work quietly with your hands and mind your own business, roughly paraphrasing. That the ministry be not blamed. Okay, so we got to move in a way where we're not accused of a fault. You know, beyond, not anything beyond our control, obviously, because certain things we can't control. Okay? But things that we can't control, we do our best to control. We may not always be able to do that, but we do that. We're in behavior. Right? We're in behavior, so the ministry won't be blamed. All right? Now, if we're blamed for something, then hey, there's nothing that we can do. Hey, if they try to say, oh, you hit somebody and they got in your face, and they hit you first, or you backed them up because they was in your personal space, then that's just the way it is. Shit happens. All right, we get blamed for that. All right, that's business as usual. All right, but we're not gonna purposely go out to a protest or go out to a music event. Like purposely research a music event and go the fuck out there. All right, that's not something in our spirit to do. We were never taught to do anything like that. All right, we are here to preach the gospel to the elect and the 2/3 to condemn them. All right, but we're going to do that within a certain fashion. All right, a certain nature. All right, because the elect are different from the rest of the Israel. We move different. All right, Yahweh Shai righteous out regarding those men. All right, yes or no?
Yeah, I got what you want.
Yeah, well.
On this 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 and 11, it says,
Go
10. It says, and indeed you do it toward all the brethren which are all in Macedonia.
Right.
But we beseech you, brethren, that you increase more and more.
Yeah, increasing more and more, evolving. Like, okay, you're not doing the same shit at 22, 23 as you're doing at your late 30s and 40s. All right? Increase more. What the hell you think increase more and more mean? Once you gain 80 pounds and you become a fucking bodybuilder so you can fight? You start taking testosterone replacement so you can gain a bunch of fucking muscle so you can fight if you just got to get into a fight? You know? Or you bring out staffs, and automatic weapons as, certain camps do, or they practice every now and again in certain cities, all right, because they got problems or whatever. All right, we don't give a fuck about you people that much to try to shove this word down your throat, okay? Especially when you mature, when you mature, you start not giving a fuck about people like that. All right, tells you that in Jeremiah, I believe. All right. We don't put stock in 100% of Israel converting to the knowledge of the truth. We don't. First of all, the Bible don't. The Torah don't say that. All right.
Yep.
If you don't like the word Bible, the Torah don't say that. The writings, Psalms, don't say that 2/3 of Israel are gonna come to the knowledge of the truth. You gonna say something?
Yeah, I was about to say one. Jeremiah says, therefore pray not for these people.
Oh yeah.
Because anyways, the Lord's not going to hear your prayer if you're praying for a wicked Israelite that's destined to be destroyed.
Right.
We already know that according to prophecy, there's going to be a lot of Jakes that are destroyed, man. The Lord's not going to have mercy upon them.
Absolutely not. They're not going to have mercy.
And you want me to finish that off?
Yeah, we'll read it again.
This 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 and 10, it says, and indeed ye do it all toward all the brethren which are all in Macedonia. But we beseech you, brethren, that ye increase more and more, and that you study to be quiet, and do your own business, and to work with your own hands, as we commanded you.
Yeah, to work with your own hands, as we commanded you. All right? Be quiet, do your own business. Quiet, what does quiet mean? Look up quiet, do your own business. All right, so we're not into getting into into the mix, so to speak. All right, and wanting to be at the highest event, where the most people are. You know, our job is to preach the gospel where the elect are, where we believe the elect are going to be. Oh, take your turn around.
Oh,
all right? Yeah, and you could say you don't know where the elect at. Well, the thing is, we're not going to go where a fight could break out purposely. We're not going to purposely do that. All right, it's not in our spirit, you know. And in a certain camp, they had that mentality where they want to be around where a lot of people are, where the maximum amount of people are. All right, you be in a cheap place of concourse and all that. All right, but you also are wise. You're not going to go around a bunch of people where they're all fucking drunk. All right, you got, let's say you got two corners. You got the corner where you got 4 people, and you got a corner where you got 15 people. You got certain guys that go where the 15 people at, and those are the worst group of people. You might as well go where the least amount of people are, and they're easier to deal with. It's less of a chance for you to put yourself in harm's way. All right, and then people, if they're of the elect, they're gonna find you. All right. Like the Lord said, I have chosen. You have not chosen me, but I have chosen you to go to the people. And the main way we reach them is through the internet. Right? And they see us. The Lord's prophets are visible to the public. Just because you don't like the spot that brothers are in doesn't make those brothers wrong. Right? Now, you are wrong if you just going out just because of the numbers. The Lord ain't dealing with large groups and numbers of people.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. I was about to say, you know, you got some Jake who basically coming on, you know, brothers comment boards saying, basically why brothers aren't, basically out there in the hood and shit, you know, teaching.
Brothers are in the hood. Some brothers in the hood, some brothers ain't in the hood. Some brothers in downtown areas, some brothers in like mixed areas, and some brothers like on the edge of the hood or in the hood because it's a decent location. Right? Yeah, but they make that statement, all right? But again, a lot of them guys are not even teaching anyway. A lot of guys, they just talk. They call them keyboard warriors. They just talk shit because they want to be entertained, all right? Or they just scoffers, they just trolls. Sometimes you got people that are just raised up to just talk shit because they want to, because they don't believe and agree with the way you teach or what you teach.
Yep.
Right?
Real quick before I get quiet, I got a quick preset. It's 2 Corinthians chapter 6 and 14. It says, "Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness, and what communion hath light with darkness?" Exactly. So we're not supposed to be unequally yoked with unbelievers. You got Jake, trying to go in the midst of a riot, trying to teach. And meanwhile, it's a whole multitude of unbelievers, man. Well, what the scriptures say, not to go, basically, the scriptures say basically not to do evil in the midst of or how's it go? Like, basically when it's a multitude doing evil, So like, basically not to join them, right?
Right. Yeah, we have if we have to look on the sidewalk, see there's certain signs. Like going to be a parade or something. We're not going to be there when they're having a fucking parade. Just because it's a public street. It's stupid. We'll say, we got to go to another block or something like that. We're not going to say, they're having a parade. Let's set up right here. Even though we teach there all the time. No, we're going to see the sign like, oh shit, they got like signs on all the parking meters and on the light poles. Like, it's going to be a parade here Saturday between these hours and these hours. We're going, ride past camp. They got the shit blocked off and no people there yet. We're not going to set up camp there even though no people there yet. And then people come, we were already standing here. That's fucking stupid. You know?
Like, it's the same thing. You go to like one of them happy parades, man. You're not gonna go there. I think Israelites have done that, you know, which is not wise at all, man, because you're just gonna cause a riot, ruckus. You know, you're not gonna find members to be elect through this happy parade, man. You're just there to cause strife and
Yeah, you want views, you know?
controversy and content. You got Israelites, you know, being in the truth for the wrong reasons. You know, doing debates against Muslims and Christians. Going on these certain podcasts. You know, just doing a whole bunch of folly besides the work of the Lord, man. All right. You know, if you want to do the podcast, your own thing, all right, or whatever, all right, but don't involve the truth, you know, with a whole bunch of folly, man. All right, we came here to preach, all right, and teach for the elect, all right, and that's it. All right, not all the extra madness, man.
Yep. So real quick to read it again. It's 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 and 11. It says, "And that you study to be quiet, and to do your own business, and to work with your own hands as we commanded you." And when you get that word for quiet in the Greek, it's the Greek word heisokatso, which means to lead a quiet life instead of those who are not running hither and thither, but stay at home and mind their business.
God. Yeah, you apply that to how you go out and teach, you know? You go out and teach and you're not looking for trouble and controversy. All right, what you do is you teach the gospel. As simple as that, okay?
Yep.
You get a topic and you expound on a topic. All right, and you do that, and you try to do that with less contention as possible. Now look up some teach the word for contention. That's a precept also. All right, so for strife, roughly paraphrasing. All right, so we gotta be wise. Having wisdom doesn't mean you're a coward. Having wisdom means that you out in public. All right, you're putting your videos up, all right, but you're not doing it in a way where you're trying to get into a debate or argument. All right? You have a genuine, you're putting forth a genuine effort to teach, right? And it's not based upon strife, contention, or arguments. All right? All right, did you find that precept?
I think I did.
Some teach the Lord for contention. Let's look it up. Read business. Definition for business.
Oh, kind of. It's one more.
Okay.
Yeah, definition. So yeah, for quiet, it's heisokatso, and another definition is literally to refrain from meddlesomeness.
Yep. To refrain from meddlesomeness. Look up meddlesomeness.
I think I found the precept.
It's fond of meddling, interfering. That's
interfering.
what.
Interfering with your damn protest. You know.
Yep.
That's just an example. You know, just like that whole thing. It was just a bad look. You know, they probably. You know, I'm sure. You know, not I'm sure, but you know, I don't believe that. You know, why Watchmen for Israel attacked anyone. You know, but it just looked bad because you were teaching in the midst of a protest, which is stupid. Right? I can never justify co-sign teaching in the midst of a protest. If they're protesting and they're just walking past is one thing, but if they're getting violent and you know and coming over and arguing with you and shit, you gotta make a decision like, okay, you might be time to pack up, especially now. You gotta evolve. All right? You got business.
Yep. So the Greek word for business is idios, which means pertaining to oneself, one's own, belonging to oneself.
Right, yeah. So you're concerned about the gospel, teaching Israel. All right, the real Israelites, so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. All right, the biblical Israelites. All right. Then you can go to and teach the different people what's going to happen to them and all that. But the main thing is to preach the gospel and preach the prophecies. All right.
Yep.
So, and you got to be wise about who you're teaching, because you're not supposed to teach everybody. All right. Sometimes certain people shouldn't be taught. You look at them like you can't talk to you today. You got to leave, or you're free to stay, but we're not going to deal with you with the scriptures. You got to. Some people are just they're manifested to cause issues.
Yeah.
All right. I've done plenty of times Like they'll ask a stupid ass question, then I just don't deal with them. Because they're not even coming in the right spirit, so you don't even talk to them. So how much more so in the midst of a protest? You know? So that was business. So read the precept again, so we can go back to wrap it up.
It says 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 and 11, and that you study to be quiet and to do your own business and to work with your own hands as we commanded you.
Be quiet, do your own business, and work with your own hands as we commanded you. All right. So that's the lifestyle you want to live. All right. You don't want to live this being exposed. Get as much light as you possibly can. All right. To grow. When people are trying to grow their channel, trying to grow popularity, that's what I believe that they're into. All right. And you know what? They never say that they're not. I never heard them say that they're not. That's what I believe their mindset is. Their mindset is just to be out to get the most exposure. That's not what it's about. The Lord said the Lord's house is a small sanctuary, a little sanctuary, in the countries where He's going to scatter us. All right. So we don't have to have the maximum amount of views and the maximum amount of exposure. All right, because the elect are going to receive the word, no matter how much exposure we get, whether we get 2 views on the video or not. The elect are going to get the proper knowledge, and they're going to convert to the knowledge of the truth. Right?
Yeah, I mean, true. Anyways, Esau be, messing with the views and stuff. I was watching this one brother's video. He got like 100 likes, and then it only said 40 views. So,
yeah, obviously we've seen that before. Yeah.
So, how does that make sense?
Yeah, we've seen that before. Yeah, it's like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
But that was it. Yeah. So, all right. What you got? Do you have the precept I asked for?
Yep. This is the book of Philippians 1 and 15. It says, "Some indeed preach Hamashiach, even of envy and strife, and some also of goodwill."
Yeah, envy and strife, and just some people do that. Some people they'll fall out of a camp or whatever, and then they'll start talking shit forever. It be an infinity war against a certain group. And that pretty much happens to all the groups. They'll get out and they start talking shit about, IUIC or Great Millstone or whatever. They'll forever hurt. All right? Because they're immature and they didn't really know what they were involved in. You gotta know what you're involved in before you officially start following the group. It's not really hard. A couple of observations, you'll know. It's just that person's mind changed. And they ain't really want to follow anymore, and then they fell out. So, and if you fall out and start talking shit, then you're gonna bring a curse on yourself. If you on a real man of the Lord, you're gonna put a curse on yourself. All right? So if you fall out, you might as well just go on about your business and continue to teach. But a lot of them, they don't continue to teach. They just go back into the world and they do a video every once in a while talking shit, or they become avid shit talkers and they just do it on the computer. Right? But either way, you're going to have to give account for what you say. Every idle word that man shall speak, you have to give account for in the day of judgment. Right? So we've matured past the point of contention, and strife and all that. Well, we never was on that anyway. I'm saying, but handling ourselves more wisely, what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying, handling ourselves more wisely with the public. Sometimes we don't even talk to them. If they come on some stupid shit. All right. You read it again?
Yup. This is Philippians 1 and 15. It says, "Some indeed preach Hamashiach, even of envy and strife, and some also of goodwill."
Some also of goodwill. So we teach for goodwill. We teach for the betterment of the elect and to fulfill the Lord's will. The will of the Lord is to preach the gospel. All right. And that's also to the heathen and 2/3 heathen. All right? And for other heathen Israelites that are outside of Babylon, America. All right? They're going to hear the word and they're going to be condemned. And if you have the elect, you're going to be converted and healed and continue to teach like us or fulfill your office, whatever that may be. All right? But we're not out here for contention. All right? Is there more on that?
Yeah. What? Verse 16, it says, "The one preach Hamashiach of contention, not sincerely, supposing to add affliction to my bonds." But
contention, affliction. Yeah, because that'll get you involved with law enforcement. It's possible, and get you watched and all that. You don't want to have any more cases put on us than they already have. They already have cases on all of us off of the books.
You know, blacklists and things
Yeah.
like that. You know, when random people come, they just take pictures of us.
Yeah, they do that a lot.
You know, yeah, that's just people just, could be agents, it could just be weirdos, could be anything, man. But a lot of times it could be agents.
Yeah, you got basically some people who be, parking their cars for a long period of time, just right there, literally.
Yeah,
with
these tinted windows.
Yeah, completely, blacked out limousine windows and shit.
Yeah. And it's more on this too. It say, verse 17, but the other of love, knowing that I am set for the defense of the gospel. Yeah, so that's what we're here to do, man. Defend the gospel, man. Alright? You putting the ministry in the position to be blamed. You're not defending the gospel, man. Alright?
I got 3 seconds.
Yeah, go ahead.
This 1 Corinthians chapter 13 and 11, it says, when I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things.
Yeah, man. And when you become more seasoned in this truth, you're going to put away them type of childish things, man. These dudes coming up out of the woodworks and, inciting these type of riots, man. All right, a lot of these dudes that have come up under elders that's been in the truth for 20, 30 years, man. You even got some elders that should know better, but they still are preaching the opposite, like that dude, Elder Zabak. He's like the elder of the HOI, I believe, or something like that. And he was co-signing with what WFI Chicago did, man. All right, saying that we were wicked and cowards and things of that nature, but we're supposed to move with wisdom, man, and move circumspect. All right, with what they did over there, all right, it wasn't brave, it was stupid, man. All right, us already coming out here and preaching the gospel, putting our bodies as a living sacrifice, we're already brave for doing that. But we're not to go and commit madness, all right, because we believe that the Lord's dealing with us, man. All right, we're supposed to abstain from all that, abstain from all evil, man.
Yeah, and really when you come into the truth, you become a man.
Yeah. Right?
It doesn't matter if you come into the, basically before you come into the truth, you're 40 years old.
Yeah.
Nah, man, hey, if you're not in this truth, then it's some childish things that you basically haven't put off yet. Once you come to the truth, that's when you actually fully mature as a man.
Yeah, man. And, it don't matter if, you 40 years old, a brother's 25, all right? That brother was in 8 or 9 years and you just came in, all right? That brother, you got to look up to that brother for guidance, man, because, he already, went through that process, man. You still you still a babe, man, a newborn baby. More on that?
I can read it again. This 1 Corinthians chapter 13 and 11, when I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things, man. And again, you got some of these Jakes, they been basically in the Israelite thing for a couple of years, but hey, they still haven't put off them childish ways, man. Going out here in riots, trying to, do shit. Hey, that's not even really what a real prophet would do.
Yeah, man. But that dude, Chief Ephraim, every time he pops up, it's some controversy or something like that, or he's an opportunist, man. All right, you got 10 that on the video saying you the pull-up boys with this red filter doing enchantment, all right, on the viewers, because that red filter it riles up like violence, aggression, passion, things like that. Which that dude, he should know better than to do something like that. Saying pull up in all black, I guess they supposed to have it today.
Yeah, well, apparently there was a fire or something at ISUPK school in Indiana. And I believe ISUPK stands for Israeli School of Universal Practical Knowledge, if I believe.
Yeah.
So basically, they believe that we're with the Khazar Jays. They believe we were dumb. So that's why we don't even use that name, Israeli. That's not, and either way, they still believe it anyway, because they're like fucking stupid. They look at it all together. No, we're not with those Khazars, those people that call themselves Israel. Okay, we're the real Israelites of America. Now, there's a statue on Fifth and Market that says the Israelites of America, and it's talking about the Jays. No, we're the real Israelites of America. Y'all just perpetrators. All right, so they look at us as the same. This is why a protest like that, they look at you as the same. If you got the 12 tribe chart, you know, and you saying Yahushua or Jesus, whatever, it don't matter. If you label yourself as Israel, they're going to look at you as you're with the Khazar Jays, Mossad, IDF, Israel Defense Force, and all. It don't matter.
Yeah.
All right? They're going to believe that you're with them. That's why you shouldn't be around that. All right? Because they don't think, they're not thinking straight. They're not, because they're like the elders and brothers were saying, apostles, they're only seeing like red, you know, meaning everything in front of them, they're hammering everything in front of them look like a nail.
Yeah.
All right, so, and that's how people, when that's involved in religion, that's how they act.
Yeah, that's a
like
good point.
they see us out here with garments. Oh, we're some type of Muslim. But now we get to be with the so-called Jays now.
Yeah.
Before we were some type of Muslims, or some type of don't like Jesus or something like that. But now with this whole thing with the Khazar Jays and the Arabs, now we get to be with the Khazars now.
Yeah, nah.
they converted to witchcraft form of keeping the law, statutes, and commandments during the Khazar Empire. During that time, between the Black and Caspian Sea, some of them became Muslims, some of them became worshiping the Hebraic faith, so to speak, which they really wasn't work because they don't even believe in the Torah. They believe in the Talmud. All right, that's like a book of witchcraft. All right, so there's apparently some type of fire or something to look like, or it may not be a fire, maybe it's just be a light I'm looking at, but we don't know what's going on. I gotta watch the video the apostle Sahar just put up 7 minutes ago, so something happened, and that may have something to do with the protests and Khazars and Ishmael, or it may not. I don't know. So the point is, we're making clear that we're not with those people. We're not on either side. We're with the truth.
Yeah, cause even you got Jakes in the truth still thinking of that. You know, like you have a Jake, you know, pulling up from IUIC, say Shalom, which that's cool, but you got a lot of Jakes pushing that unity type of spirit. All right, that's why, you know, especially with GMS, you know, we separate ourselves from them other groups, and we tell them like, yo, you know, that's not the way, you know, but they still go and do their own thing and do the unity thing, and
yeah, we're not trading like phone numbers and all that. We can talk later, and
yeah.
you know, you get the social media, you know, this is the YouTube and all that, but I'm not giving you my phone number and, you know, and contact information so we can talk online and have a debate or nothing like that. That's the other groups do shit like that. We don't do that. For the very reason, if they getting caught up in some shit, we can easily say, well, we're not with them, and it's clear that we're not with them. So it's clear, you know. But when you start doing that unity thing, then it's not so clear. Like, well, you fellowship with them this week, that week, y'all regularly talk. That's why we don't involve ourselves. So if we're going to be blamed for something, we're going to be blamed for the actions of the brothers that's in the camps. That's in our own camps, not brothers that's in other camps.
Yeah, and usually, you know, it's pretty easy to tell, you know, when you see like a
well,
GMS,
for us to tell, but not for the outside public to tell. Because they're fucking stupid. They look at us as all the same.
Or like
it's like the Arabs. They look at when they see Israel, they think about Mossad, IDF, military forces just killing their people. That's what they think about. Go ahead.
Yeah, but you know, because like, you know, these camps like to come in with these crazy uniforms or militarized uniforms, or they pull up with straps at camp, or they you know, have these microphones and, you know, to cause this big scene and all that. Now we here, man, you know, plain garments, all right, you know, speaking, all right,
we're all black
with the
we don't do
exalting our voice.
You know, purposely we're all black. You might wear all black, but but it's not gonna be purposely. Like, you can't wear a black pants, a black shirt, and then a black garment too. we ain't gonna see that.
Yeah, it's not you know, brother may come up, you know, mostly black fit one week, but it's not every week type of thing. It might be a
wearing
coincidence.
as a uniform, yeah.
You don't be thinking
yeah.
about like, okay, I'm gonna wear all black today, like,
Right.
you know. Brothers usually come, you know, they got a brown garment, blue garment, all right. As long, you know, as long as it's a garment, got the border of blue, the fringes on it. All right, we don't need to, you know, look for eye service and to please men and look, you know, like IUIC.
Wear the uniforms, yeah.
They worry about looking more presentable rather than, you know, preaching the gospel. Which we're not coming out here saying, you know, don't take a shower, be a bum, don't have a job, all right. But you know, keep it simple, man. All right, do what the Lord told us to do. Don't do all this extra stuff, man, because it comes off as insincere, man, and carnal. Because that's what a lot of these groups is, man. Carnal groups. All right.
Yeah, they got a way of doing things differently, you know, and we don't approve. All right, and they don't approve of us. Like they think we should be in if an event going on, we should go down and try to get as many people as we possibly can. It's not about getting a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Well, get me a sanctuary.
Yeah.
In the countries I watched on Saturday.
Yeah, like remember
a little sanctuary.
Remember when we was at the Parkside?
Yeah, I
that
mentioned
dude
that.
Came up, that dude came up saying we need to go to this event and preach. But,
well, I didn't mention that. I mentioned about when it was a concert.
Oh, okay.
It was a concert, and we saw the other camp come past us.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because they don't. We never see them. They never down there. Yeah. But because of the event, then they came down there because they knew about the event. But to your point, go read your point.
Yeah. It was this dude. I forgot what he say his position was in the city. I guess he was like worked somewhere in the local city or something like that.
Yeah.
Like
the guy. He had his work truck there.
Yeah. He came and he wanted us to go to some certain event and
oh,
preach.
You mean the dude? We looked him up.
We looked him up and he had all them charges.
Yeah,
like,
he had allegedly some kind of assault charge in Darby or Delaware County somewhere.
Yeah, with a teen or minor.
Yeah, it was funny because the brother looked it up and he like, that was weird. That was a weird ass.
That could have been a setup.
Trying to get us, you know, or he probably wanted to do something to one, like sexually to one of them. He's like one of those weirdos.
That dude was like, you know, had a weird type of spirit on him. And that's a spirit too because the DC brother, Zion Allah, he was there. He was like, "Yo, man, like, you know,
brother was it?"
And he looked him up. He said, "What's your name again?" Like, he was ready, man.
Your brother was there.
Spirit too, man.
Okay. Yeah, that was
we
weird.
Probably wouldn't have thought that deep, you know, if the elder bro wasn't there. You know.
Yeah, he's being friendly, trying to be an older man, trying to counsel younger men in his eyes. But no, he had motives, man. He was a alleged sex offender, you know, that ran for council or something like that.
Yeah, the council or something.
Yeah, and he was kind of weird, you know, us to come together and all that. Like, people just don't randomly do things like that. It's planned, you know. Y'all, this guy, we can't be fucking naive, man. Then we looked him up. He got alleged sex offender. So imagine if we say, okay, let's go and have a video chat later and talk over some scriptures. Yeah, we have been doing that with a damn alleged sex offender or some shit.
Actually, we came, we're like, oh yeah, this dude invited us. You're like, oh, you talking about the assaulter?
The pedo,
you know,
like, come on, man.
Like,
the alleged pedo, like, come on, man. We don't.
Like, y'all cool with that guy? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we ain't know. Okay, well, you should have fucking known.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And it's the first time he just walked up randomly, you know, trying to.
And the brother said that, I'm going to look you up. When he said, I'm going to look you up, he looked kind of like, you know, kind of shocked.
Bewildered, like, oh, shit.
Yeah, like, oh, shoot.
Let me get the fuck up out of here.
As soon as you look him up, all his charges
his ass started to disappear slowly.
He started
pepping and stuff and all that shit.
Yeah.
Started moving. Man. A little sanctuary.
Yep. This Ezekiel 11 and 16, it says, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, although I have cast them far off among the heathen, and although I have scattered them among the countries, yet I will be to them as a little sanctuary in the countries where they shall come.
Yeah, little sanctuary. So look up little. So you got to get this whole thing about these large numbers out of your head. Didn't the Lord send us out by 2 by 2? And get that precept with the Lord. So he sends us out 2 by 2 into the city. So get that out your head. All right. That you have to.
Yeah, the low cut still on. Oh, you turned it off?
That's off.
All right.
No, I lost my picture, but it's still recording. Yeah, you gotta get that out. You gotta get that out of your head that you have to be in the mix. Okay, like you gotta be around all this shit. Okay, you gonna get what you asked for. You gonna get into some shit, all right? More than what you asked for. Now that can happen at any time, but again, we're not in the spirit of inviting it. All right, we're not in the spirit of inviting it. All right, that's the difference. And we believe our way is the best way. You can believe something different. You can believe that you gotta wear uniforms. All gotta be a line, gotta march and shit. We're not into that shit.
Yeah, fringes in public.
Yeah, this is why people have different subscriber levels, different engagement, because people like certain shit. People like to see the uniforms. People like to see the marching, and the chanting and all that. I'm not saying that we didn't do that. We never did the marching. Our elders used to do the marching. Our apostles anyway. But we're not into the uniforms. Our elders and apostles never been into the uniform thing. All right, they always been into the sackcloth. That's what we're supposed to be wearing. That's what it says the prophets are going to be wearing in the last days. The true prophets of Yahweh Shah are going to be just like John the Baptist. All right?
Yep. So that word for little within the Hebrew, for little sanctuary,
yep.
Hebrew word is ma'at, which means fewness, small. It also means, that's about it. It says what? A fewness.
A few. Yeah, a few. So you gotta get that in the spirit. Well, I mean, you don't have to, but we're telling you these are we're trying to persuade you that this is the better way. Don't try to don't have that personality. All right, where you gotta be around a bunch of shit all the time. All right. 2 by 2. You got that precept?
Yeah.
Go.
This is Mark 6 and 7. It says, and he called unto him the 12 and began to send them forth by 2 and 2 and gave them power over unclean spirits and commanded them that they should take nothing for their journey.
Yeah, so the point is, it's a small number. All right, it's a small number, so you don't have to have these large numbers. Now, of course, they went out more than 2 and 2 and all that, all right? Yeah. But that's just an example. Okay, you don't have to have 50 people in the camp so you can feel safe and secure,
Yeah, a lot of times
it's not a requirement.
Yeah, a lot of times, you might have a certain city with a lot of brothers, it gets broken up.
Yeah, go to that corner, other one go to that corner.
Yeah.
Or go to the middle of the block. So you take the whole block and you have 4 different camps on one block. And so when you see that the people are not receiving you, and you're in a situation like that, I mean, you gotta use your wisdom. Like, well, man, we can just pack up and leave, or just stop engaging. Stop engaging. If it's getting like violent and all that, just stop engaging. And then purposely putting yourself in a situation like that is not wise. All right. What else you got?
It's going back. You read it, but it was more.
Quiet, doing on business.
The unrighteousness.
Yeah, go ahead. All right, read it again from the top.
Gone. So it says 2 Corinthians chapter 6 and 14. It says, be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion hath light with darkness? And what concord hath Mashiach with Belial? Or what part hath he that believeth with an infidel?
Yeah, with the infidel is an unbeliever, pretty much. Him that believeth, him that is not infidel is saying the person that does not believe. All right? So you have to gauge whether the person is able to receive it. Like the brother just read, that the house, if you enter into the house and they receive you, then let your peace be with them. And if they don't receive you, let your peace return unto yourself. It should be more tolerable for the day of Sodom and Gomorrah than it should be in that city. All right, roughly paraphrasing. It says that I believe in more than one of the Gospels. So we're moving wisely. Okay, we evolve, we're mature, we're not into the bullshit anymore. Not that we were never into it, but we've matured how we interact with the public. All right? And definitely we ain't gonna be doing this shit in the damn heated protest where people are getting thousands of people getting murdered every day. All right? We're not gonna go to the damn Ukrainian protest either. All right? And be in the midst of a Ukraine protest. It's not something that we're gonna do. Just so we can tell them that the Lord is so-called black man, and we're the Israelites. It's not that important. Now, preaching the gospel, you know, peacefully is important. That's more important.
Yeah, it would make no sense just to go, you know, they're over here having a whole riot, you over here saying that, oh, you know, basically all of them are going to slavery and shit. Nah, man, that's not, hey, just have your own spot. If it's a riot, you know, going on and stuff, then literally just transfer spots and go to another spot, right?
Yeah, I got a precept too. This is Proverbs 29:9. It say, if a wise man contendeth with a foolish man, whether he rage or laugh, there is no rest. So you know, doubling back and going, and causing contention and arguing with the heathen. All right, there's no edification out of that, man. All it's gonna cause is violence and riots, and pretty much causing the ministry to be blamed, man. All right, there's nothing that comes out of that.
Yeah, Hebrews 12 and 13.
Oh yeah, it was more than that too.
Here we go.
It's 2 Corinthians chapter 2 or chapter 6 and 16. It says, on what agreement hath the temple of the Most High with idols? For ye are the temple of the living power. As the Most High hath said, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their power, and they shall and they shall be my people.
Working on what you point on that.
It says, wherefore come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. So this goes to show you that the Lord actually created separation. You got some Jakes trying to get all Israel together, man. Nah, man, the Lord created separation. Well, even in basically Apostle Paul's time, it was a lot of basically Jews that are trying to come up against Paul, right? So even if Paul's own people, they're trying to take him down, or basically trying to stop him. So the same thing's happening right now. You got literally basically wicked Israelites, right? That are out here, and basically got Jake complaining why we're not dealing with the unrighteous Israelites, right? Like basically these other camps and stuff.
Yeah, man, because we're not, we're gonna rebuke you, and we're gonna go on our way. All right, we're not gonna sit here and hold your hand and oh brother, come to camp today and this and that. It's either it's in you or it's not in you, man. All right, the Lord got, he called many but chose a few. All right, just roughly paraphrasing. All right. So you wanted that Hebrews 12 and 13?
Yeah.
This Hebrews 12 and 13, it say, and make straight paths for your feet, lest that which is lame be turned out of the way, but let it rather be healed. Follow peace with all men, and holiness without which no man shall see the Lord.
Yeah, without no man will see the Lord. So we gotta be at peace. And another scripture says, if possible, be at peace with all men. Right? So we can't be like Ishmael, wild man. Right? We gotta have peace. Right?
Yeah.
Scripture say a heretic after the first and second admonition reject. Get that in Titus? That's in Titus?
Yeah, vengeance is of the Lord. We can't come back looking for revenge because we got emotional. All right, brothers have gotten into plenty of confrontations at camp. All right, we're not gonna try to look up where this dude lives and take revenge in our own hands. We know we just put a curse on the dude, and the Lord gonna take care of him. All right, that's another sign of faith too, because we know that whoever comes up and messes with the prophets, all right, the Lord is gonna judge them accordingly. All right.
Read that.
So this Titus 3 and 10, a man that is an heretic after the first and second admonition reject.
All right. First and second admonition reject. All right. So we don't have to keep going back and forth with you like forever. Even though sometimes we will do it for a long amount of time, but it's not a requirement. Right? Once we see that, sometimes we do it for edification of the camera. All right, and especially in the midst of a damn protest, it's not viable. All right? At the point, it's going to have to be a certain point where we're going to have to just ignore you. Like, y'all can continue with your protesters, go ahead. But it got to the point in that situation where they had to defend themselves. So we don't want to put ourselves in a position where we got to defend ourselves. Like we had, like I mentioned before in one of my videos, that we had protest passes before, but it was nothing. They were just all on the street. You know, there was no issue. With a protest like that, where it can get violent, you know, you got to make a decision whether you're going to engage those people or not engage, or leave. All right? Meaning, like, talk to them like, well, this is what we're about, and this is who you are, and all that. You don't have to do that all the time. Sometimes you can just ignore people. Right? You don't have to engage every person you see. Right?
It's a little bit up too.
What?
It says Titus 3:8. This is a faithful saying, and these things I will that thou affirm constantly, that they which have believed in the Most High might be careful to maintain good works. These things are good and profitable unto men. But avoid foolish questions and genealogies and contentions and strivings about the law, where they are unprofitable and vain. Yeah, so again, we're us prophets, we're supposed to be maintaining good works, things that are actually profitable and good unto men, right? Which is basically, you know, keeping it simple and literally just teaching the scriptures, man, just prophesying. That's it. You know, you got some Jays out here trying to have these big events, you know, basically trying to go and rise and shit to start something.
Yeah, because they believe that, a lot of them believe that all Israel going to be has to come to the knowledge of the truth. It's not a requirement. Right?
Yeah.
So you got to have belief. Give me a John 3:16.
Yeah, and really, man, if you're in that spirit, then you're basically rebelling against the Most High, right? Because the Most High said that not all Israel is going to come to the truth, but you're over here thinking that, you know, you're basically better than that. You know, you can wake up all of Israel and make them come back.
Yeah, the prophecy is that an elect was going to be saved, run from Babylon. All right. John 3:16.
This is the book of John 3:16. It say, for Yahweh so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life.
And whosoever shall believe in him. So the world are the Israelites, the biblical Israelites, so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. We have tribes that we're from within those designations that Esau gave us, so-called white man. Black, Latino, Native American. We have 12 tribes in Israel. All right, you see our 12 tribe chart. And we believe that we make up the Israelites, the biblical Israelites, not the IDF, Mossad, the Israeli. We're not with them. All right, we're diametrically opposed to both groups. They're both heathens in our eyes. All right, they're not of the elect of the Lord. So God, Yahweh, so love Israel. All right, world means orderly arrangement and adapt harmonious society. Only ones that are going to be orderly and arranged. Give me Psalms. So I'll set them in order before thine eye. Iraq is the Iraq, the Hebrew word for order. All right, so go back to John. Read John again. John 3:16.
This is the book of John 3:16. It say, for Yahweh so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life.
Yes, you got to believe. Continue to read. You have to believe. That's the first thing. First of all, you got to be an Israelite. Then you have to believe. Go ahead, continue.
It say, verse 17, for Yahweh sent not his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved.
Right, yeah. And eventually all of Israel will be saved. But 2/3 have to be burnt here in Babylon. Continue.
Yep. It say, he that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already.
Right.
because he has not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of Yahweh.
There you go. So you can't save all of Israel. All right. Your job is to just go out and preach, and then they're going to come. They're going to come to you where you at. They are the elect. All right. It's not your job to go out into music festivals and protest to put yourself in harm's way. All right. In that manner. All right. So you can, so people can see you, because most people are not going to listen to your ass anyway. That's what you guys don't understand. 99% of people that pass you are going to look at you, look how strange you look, and continue on with their day. They're going to say, oh, I think those are Israelites. Or they're going to say, oh, those are the black Israelites.
Yep.
All right? Either one of the two. Or they don't believe in the Lord, or something like some crazy shit like that. Or they don't believe in Jesus. All right? Or they think the Lord is black. Then they're going about their damn day. All right? You start used to seeing people, seeing something every day, you get used to it, okay? You don't want to go join it. You don't want to go learn more. You're just used to seeing it. Like we see homeless people every day, so it's not unusual to see a homeless person or a crazy person or an old person or a young person. You see it every day, but they're not concerned with interacting. All right, so you put yourself in that position. They're not concerned with interacting with you anyway, but they're not in order. The Lord didn't choose them. All right, God's who loved the world. All right, Israel, and then you have the elect of Israel that He gave His only begotten Son. Because He gave His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, to recover the Israelites only. That the other nations were never in the Lord's hand to be His firstborn. The other nations are the second, third, fourth. They're already down the line. They don't get the inheritance. All right, they come from Yahweh Shai too. But He chose Israel. All right, and the other nations are the peripherals. All right, they are the sons of men. All right, they are the sons, but they're not all children, as it's written. All right, so meaning they're not chosen. All right, so the elect are the Israelites, all of Israel. All right, and then you have the elect of the elect. All right, the elect of the elect.
My favorite used to be.
Yeah, the elect of the elect. Right, but George Lucas is so-called Jay. He might be. A lot of actors really so-called Jays. You don't even know. You don't even know it. Now somehow I do know that Natalie Portman is one. A lot of people don't know that Natalie Portman from Star Wars. She's so-called Jay. Read that precept again. 3:18.
Yep.
18 verse.
John 3:18. He that believeth on Him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he hath not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of Yahweh.
Yeah, that mixed with heretic at the first and second admonition reject. You should get a picture should be forming in your head. They don't already believe. Most people that just look and they're interesting. Oh, he speaks so well. Then they just keep fucking going on. Or oh, they just some wild animals that don't want to go to church. All right, they're not gonna put up with the bullshit in America, so they're angry. Right? Either way, they're not of the elect. They believe these thoughts, they're not of the elect. Right? And they're not in order, and they ain't trying to get in order. They're concerned about what the fuck they're doing. Alright? Give me Psalms.
Yep. The Psalm 50 and 16 says, but unto the wicked the Most High saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth?
Yep.
Seeing thou hatest instruction and castest my words behind thee.
Yeah, so you can't teach the heathen to a point where they gonna fucking get it. All right. Esau, Ishmael, any of them. All right, and then 2/3 of Israel. What?
Verse 18, when thou sawest a thief, then thou contendest with him,
Yep.
and hast been partakers with adulterers.
Yep.
Verse 19, thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. Slut. It says, verse 21, these things hast thou done, and I kept silence, that thou thoughtest that I was always or altogether.
Mother's son is Jacob. That's Jacob and Esau. Slanders that son is Jacob. And Esau is the one doing the slander. What?
It says, I was always together, or I was altogether such as one as thyself.
Thou thoughtest. Read again.
Gone. It says, these things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself, but I will reprove thee, and set them in order before thine eyes.
Set them in order before thine eyes. Okay? So we know what the scripture, we even know what the scripture sound like, what it's supposed to sound like, even if we ain't reading a while. Alright? That's the Lord setting us in order. You may not know exactly where it's at, but you know exactly how it sounds. So we know the frequency on what an elect person looks like, what he sounds like. So if you're doing something a little off, we got to point that out. Like involving yourself in these damn controversies where you ain't got no business involving yourself into. You look up order, it should be Iraq. Order.
So
it says that my sheep hear my voice. So we know the prophet is framed in a certain way. You can't be supporting you fighting it and fucking can't. Like you stood your fucking ground. It's not something, even if we got into a fight, it's not something we're gonna promote and say you stood your ground and all that shit and you did well. We're not gonna publicly say that out to fucking people. That's irresponsible. Go ahead, order.
Yep. So the Hebrew word for order is Iraq, which means
Right.
Yep, it means to arrange, set or put or lay in order.
Yep, same thing, John 3:16. And adapt harmonious system. That's what Israel ultimately is, in tune with the will and the power of Yahweh and the Son Yahweh Shai and the Holy Spirit. Right? That's eventually what we're going to get to. And right now we got the elect that are in that harmonist, orderly arrangement. Then you're going to have the 2/3 when they brought back. Then they're going to be a part of that orderly arrangement. But right now they're out of order, right? Because they're doing stupid shit like going out to fucking protest, being involved in shit like that. You got to be actively able with the mindset that you have to move. You shouldn't be in a mindset where you staying there all day. That's a stupid mind. That's an immature, irresponsible mindset to have. Okay, I don't give a fuck if every 30 minutes we had to change a fucking different spot. I wouldn't give a shit. We had to develop a system where we can pack up and set up very efficiently. Then we just fucking do that. The spot ain't that damn important. I don't even like the spot that much anyway. Right? There's more on that?
Yeah.
Read it again from the top.
Gone. So Hebrew word for order is Iraq, which means to arrange, set or put or lay in order, set in array. It says prepare, ordain, handle, furnish, esteem, equal, and yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, so look, that's what was happening before the eyes of our enemy, Esau. All right? We understand what's going to happen in the future. We understand the prophecy. All right? Enemy's going to come in like a flood. All right? Let me get that precept. Is that 59?
Yeah.
The enemy should come in like, we understand that the Esau has concentration camp set up. Right? Just like Gaza, West Bank. More so Gaza because they surrounded. West Bank at least opens up to another country, I believe, right? West Bank. Arabs are, all right? And they're going into slavery too, just like Esau. But they're going to be above Esau, Arabs, Ishmael. All right? Enemy coming like, we understand that. So we know it's going to be, there's going to be a change. We're not going to have liberty, so to speak, that could come out and preach. All right? What we're doing it right now while we have space. While it is still the day, we won't preach. But the night cometh, says that Thessalonians. Find that. When the night cometh. Give me no, you said what that let the brother find. Yeah, give me look for something else?
Oh, I was about to get Revelation 3 and 19.
All right, we'll get that. And then
So this Revelation,
Matthew 7.
This Revelation 3 and 19, as many as I love, I rebuke and chasten. Be zealous therefore and repent. So what? Even
be zealous to repent, not be zealous to go out into a midst of a damn protest or go out to a midst of a controversy, purposely putting yourself in there. Be wise. But
Yeah, it's that one precept that's basically speaking about I'm gonna get it, but
Come.
it says Revelation chapter 3 and 19. As many as I love, I rebuke and chasten. And what? Basically, even Yahweh Shai, he was getting on the 7 churches, right? It was, basically he was saying it was some strengths that they had, but it was a lot of weaknesses that they had, man. And Yahweh Shai, basically didn't have no respect of person spirit. Yahweh Shai said it on direct and straightforward. So it says, as many as I love, I rebuke and chasten. So if a brother, really showing love, man, it's to what? Like, it's literally to rebuke your brother if he's going off.
Yeah, you're supposed to have, men that have experience, that are set over you, so you'll know how to behave, because they already went through all the building up. So we're building upon the foundation that the apostles and elders left. So we know how to behave in a certain way. We know how to be wise. Right? So what they could have did was, not condoned it. They condoned it. You made a mistake. You could have just, repented and then moved the hell on. But now they doubling down on they got the right to stand and grind and all that shit. Okay, but yeah, you got the right to leave too. If it gets to a point where it's unsafe and it's 1,000 of them and it's fucking 14 of y'all. That's stupid.
Yeah, real quick, I wanted to give Romans. That's the precept I was looking for.
Romans?
Yeah, Romans chapter 10.
Well, Matthew, cast not that's holy to the dogs in Matthew 7.
Come.
But yeah, Romans?
Yeah, Romans.
Yeah, when I was a child, I did things as a child, but when I became an adult, a man, I put away childish things. So we know that Esau Edom is a devil, so why wouldn't he have programs set up to get rid of the prophets? That should be elementary. So we should be teaching about the martial law. We should be teaching about the concentration camps, different warfare, whether it be ease, this, all right? Vampire shots, into your blood and all that, So these things we gotta be teaching. That's going to come. These are different weapons that Esau's going to use to bring the population down to 500 million. That's one of the numbers they say, 500 million. I don't think Esau was going to be able to do that, but the Lord controls that. So the issues of death belongs to the Lord. But that's one of Esau's plans. Then they say they don't know who made the damn monument. 500 million. Who put it there? Like they don't fucking know.
Yeah, apparently one day then it just
it blew up.
Yeah,
blew the fuck up. Because they trying to get rid of the past, the history. Because something else is going on.
Yeah, Esau trying to cover up his tracks.
Yeah.
But real quick, it says Romans 10 and 1, Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to the Most High for Israel is that they might be saved. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge.
They have a zeal. A fervent, passionate love for, boiling up. I believe zeal means to boil up. Look up zeal. They have a zeal, but not according to knowledge. Meaning the knowledge of what the will of the Lord is. The knowledge of how to move with less resistance as possible. Yeah. Especially in potentially violent situations like that. Zeal.
Yep. Zealous. It says, so the Greek word for zeal is zealous, which means excitement of mind, ardor, fervor of spirit. It says ardor in embracing, pursuing, defending anything. Yeah, it says, look it up. Yeah. So looking it up, ardor means enthusiasm or passion.
Enthusiasm, passion, okay, passion. Also, you're passionate about learning. All right, you're passionate about it. So read the scripture again.
Yeah, also means, goes back to the origin, meaning to burn.
Burn, heat, fervent, heat, passion. Yep.
So it says Romans 10 and 2, for I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High.
Yeah, they have passion for the Most High.
Yep, that they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge.
Not according to knowledge. What knowledge specifically? Okay, the knowledge of what the law, wisdom, Proverbs, Psalms, you know.
Yep, how was shy?
Yeah. Yahweh Shai's teachings, which that composes of everything I just said before. Yahweh Shai is the volume of the book.
Exactly.
All right, that was it. It's Matthew 7. If not, that was his holy the dog. But it says first about casting the beam out your own eye so you can see clearly. So you have to be at a certain level of scriptural intelligence, experience, having the Holy Spirit to be able to even navigate, you know, teaching properly. Right? Because you got some people that want to come up, ask you slick ass questions and shit, you know. Then they create straw man arguments, which they do a lot of times. But what's the main point? It's not what the fuck question you want to ask. You don't get the liberty to ask whatever question you want, and us answer. Okay, so we only answer questions that we believe that are beneficial. Sometimes we might entertain you, but other times we may not. You know, if we're in a real stoic, serious mode, we might fucking ignore you. Tell you that you gotta go. You missed 3 weeks. I seen the apostle do that. Guy kept coming sporadically. He told him you can't even stand here and listen. You gotta go the fuck home. So. Or you can stay. It's free, you know. So you're free to go. You're free to stay. But we telling you, give me the order to fucking go. And if you don't respect that order, then hey, it's on you. You gotta say something?
Yeah. Damn, I forgot what.
Oh yeah, so that's another point too. Verse 3.
Go back to Romans.
Con, it says Romans 10:2. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge. For they, being ignorant of the Most High's righteousness, and going about to establish their own righteousness.
Right. Yeah, they'll go and preaching at protests, bringing Pepsi bottles and water bottles.
Yeah, you know, and basically they coming out in this zealous, fervent spirit. You know, they going hard, burning with passion, right? But it's all really, man, in complete vain, right? Because you know what basically what type of edification is going now if you just, again, you know, going in the midst of heathen and then teaching and preaching, you know, going hard, saying, oh, you know, but you know, it's no point, man. It's no Israelites out there. We're barely few, and
at the main point, the main point is to edify Israel, not to edify the heathen.
Yeah.
That is a point, but that's not the main point. Okay, so if you were 99% just heathen, you're just edifying just the heathen. All right, and you're barely going to see 1%. It makes more sense to either go in a mixed area or go where mostly Israelites are. All right? But not go to a protest where you're going to have mostly just heathens, you know, and then sprinkling. They went to where mostly Israelites were. All right, this is why the Lord forbade the apostles from going into Samaria, because you had the heathens up there. You had Israelites up there too, but it wasn't time yet. All right?
Says to finish it off, it says, for they being ignorant of the Most High's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of the Most High.
Yes. Yeah, we don't want the smoke. You can call us cowards and all that, and hey, that's not how we talk. All right. So he's self-willed, the leader of that group, like the apostle already said. You don't have a teacher over him, he's a young man and all that. So when we mess up, we get admonished, you know, and get set the course right. Well, again, not that we're getting set in the course right. It's that as soon as we get admonished, like that was wrong, we already know what to do. They don't have to like lay it out like, okay, hold us by the hand, okay, you did this. Was there a better way you could have done it? Okay, we already know the answer. As soon as they say what we did was wrong. All right, so we already know. We already got the answer. All right, but you got some guys that are kind of slow. You got to kind of hold them by the hand, okay, and sit them down like, well, this is what you did wrong. Next time do this, and that. As soon as you say we did something wrong, we already have enough knowledge that we know what the better way was. All right, what the better way is. Once we get admonished, we're not bait children. All right, they need to be, pulled by the hand. Right? Like the scriptures say, they're gonna fight. So dogs is like that. Yeah, if you put like two dogs close to each other, they're gonna fight. Yeah, they're gonna, like a dog park. Like if you take dogs to a dog park, what's gonna eventually happen? A fight's going to break out, especially if you don't have control over your dogs. Fight's going to break out at a damn dog park. So you put two animals together that they're both dogs. It's going to fight's going to break out. All right. That's why you got to control your flock. If you let the dog off the leash and let them go to another dog, it's going to fight. So this is an elementary problem. So you don't go to places where other dogs are, because do a dog park where other dogs are, let them off the leash, a fight's going to break out. All right? So you can Google it, dog park fights. A bunch of shit will come up. Dog, even though they look friendly, if they're not, certain behavior patterns you'll see in dogs, they're about to attack. They can put their head down and they just start snapping on that other dog. So that's what happens. You put two dogs together, they're going to fucking fight. Right?
Yeah, and that's true. So that's why our elder apostles, basically say not to have these unity camps. Well, basically recently there's been fightings of, but basically other camps coming together, and then you start, fighting and shit. One guy.
IUIC,
yeah.
Right? Yeah. Well, have a leopard change his spots? Have an Ethiopian change his skin? No. If you those situations, you see all the fights on YouTube between the two groups. They fucking each other up and all that. And whoever has the most numbers fucking wins. That's how the fuck it is. They're not gonna pull out knives and stuff like that, but they're gonna use their flags, and I guess they could pull out knives too. But they're gonna use their weapons in hand, their fists, their signs, and then damn flags. And they're gonna get fucking bottles and shit too. I guess Pepsi bottles and water bottles, all that.
Then you had that chair incident.
The chair, they bring the fucking chair. Whatever weapons they got on hand, they're gonna use. So don't go to the damn dog park. Alright? It was not that important. Preach the gospel. The power is in the words. Alright? Not in you. Power is in the words. Alright? Focus on that. That's where the power is. Not in how you look outwardly. Alright? Yeah, preach that one, Romans 2.
I got Matthew 7.
Read Matthew 7.
You want to start at 21?
Cast the beam. You can get the beam first.
Yep.
And then go down to that.
So it says, Matthew 7:1, judge not that ye be not judged, for with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged.
Yeah, so we're giving you proper judgments, okay? So we're not going to be judged wickedly, we're going to be judged righteously, how we shall righteous because we're giving you the proper judgment. Avoid confrontation, don't be in them damn mix. That's proper judgment. So we're allowed to do that. So we got the beam cast out of our eye so we can see clearly, so we can judge our brother properly. All right? Who reads, Scott?
Alright. So it says, Matthew 7:2, for with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged.
Yeah, so if you're judging not scripturally, you'll be judged according to that same rule. So we're judging in the manner in which it's righteous, okay? It's proper, okay? Don't get involved in the bullshit. So what judgment gonna come back on us telling you not to get involved in the bullshit? So we're gonna be deemed fair and righteous in the point that we're judging. Alright? Well, that's what that means. It don't mean don't judge. That's the Christians always mean don't judge. You fucking assholes. If you keep reading, it tells you. Alright, good.
It says, and with what measure ye meet, it says it shall be measured to you again.
Good.
Matthew 7:3, and what it says, and why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but thou considerest not the beam that is in thy own eye?
Good.
Or how wilt thou say to thy brother, let me pull out the mote that is out of thine eye, and behold, a beam is in thine own eye?
Yeah, so you're giving somebody correction, make sure you are following the same correction and advice and law and rule that you're giving to the brother. Alright, if you ain't doing videos, you tell another brother to do videos, you're being a fucking hypocrite. So you got the mote and the beam in your own eye, clear yourself up first, then admonish the brother. So we can admonish other camps because we're not doing the shit that we're saying you're doing. Alright, but we see that you're doing. Alright, good.
Verse 4, or no, I just read it. Matthew 7:5, thou hypocrite,
First cast out the beam that it says first cast out the beam out of thine own eye,
Right? You clean yourself up first, get yourself in proper order. Good.
and then shalt thou see clearly to cast out the mote out of thy brother's eye.
There you go. So that's to cast out the mote that is in thy brother's eye. Okay, so you're casting out that mote that's in thy brother's eye by rebuking him, telling him what he's doing was wrong, and he'll get on the right path if he has the proper knowledge. All right? So you can judge, okay? You can make a judgment. Judgment means to make a decision, part asunder, make a choice between good and evil, good or bad. All right? So, but you do it with the proper understanding. It's that easy, that simple to understand. But the Christians, they'll say, "Oh, you can't judge." Okay, what scripture is that? Give
Well,
me
isn't
2 Peter 6.
Yeah, I mean, technically, isn't that judging?
Yeah,
saying that we can't
so
judge.
saying it, but it only apply to you.
Yeah.
It don't apply to yourself. When they talking shit, it don't even apply to you. You're the only one that can't make a determination of whether something's good or bad. That's true. That's exactly true.
I got a preset.
Yeah, go ahead. That's the point right there.
It's one more.
Yeah, go read first.
Gun. It says Matthew 7 and 6. Give not that which is holy unto the dogs.
Yeah, that's the original one. Slap. Give not that which is holy to the dogs. Go ahead.
Neither cast ye your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet and turn again and rend you.
Great, that's what happened at the damn protest. You ain't good God ain't real, and whatever the hell they were saying. All right, we're the real Israelites. Well, what happened? They look up rent. They could cast them under their feet and rent you. And that's exactly what happened. All right, and that's what happened when you cause strife, and then you don't do it where people got weapons and it's 1,000 of them, is only 2 of you, 5 of you, and all that shit. They don't believe. Well, look, we believe we got the truth. All right. What we're going to say is going to basically be saying that nothing you're doing is right. So that's the conversation you want to get into. You know, that's the only conversation we're going to have. All right. Well, that's one of the conversations we can have. But it's going to ultimately going to lead to that we're right and you're wrong. That's what ultimately it is. And you can use subtlety, all right, and make it mean something else. You know, talk about a topic, subtopic. But really, that's creating a straw man, because the main point is, the gospel. So, but rent you. Go ahead.
Yep. So it's the Greek word haragnimo or nomi. It says haragnomi, meaning to rend, burst, or break asunder, to tear in pieces.
Yeah, with the 7 sons of Seva, whatever those brothers that encountered those demons they couldn't cast out. All right. Rent you. Lest they turn and rent you. All right. So read that precept again. Lest they turn and rent you. You want to look at another translation?
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Cast not that which is holy to the dogs. Who are the dogs? You got the other nation, but then you got you got to have faith to be healed. Okay. Once they can't receive, well, it's given to you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. All right. So you got to be wise. Okay. Everybody is not meant to be taught. And what proves that? 99% of people are not even going to stop and inquire. They're going to stop and make a joke and keep going. You know?
Yeah, so it's Matthew 7 and 6 in the NLT. It says, don't waste what is holy on people who are unholy. Don't throw your pearls to pigs. They will trample the pearls, then turn and attack you.
That's what happened. They got attacked. They got attacked because they were basically saying that their religion was wrong, and they're the Israelites, whatever they were, WIFI was saying. Right? So, we're not into that. Right? And if you got that spirit, you can never be amongst us. You can just watch, and eventually we're going to destroy you. Right? When the Lord ain't dealing with you if you're in that spirit, you always want to be in a damn mix. And there's a lot of things with that. There's a lot of them guys, they don't believe in the implant chip, concentration camps, right? Certain prophecies like Mary being never had sex. They believe that actually happened, and she never had sexual intercourse her whole life. They actually believe that's not true. The Lord's mother, her earthly mother, his earthly mother, right? was married to her husband, Joseph. And they had sex and produced several children. Where that called from? Oh, the Judge of Quick and the Dead, Peters. Judge of Quick. And it's a sex. Quick and Dead.
Yep.
Peters 4.
1 Peter 4 and 5. Who shall give account to him that is ready to judge the...
Let's start at 1 now.
1 Peter 4 and 1. For as much then as Hamashiach has suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind.
Right, arm yourself likewise with the same mind. So we know that eventually Esau is going to turn into a madman. And he's telling you what his capabilities are. I mentioned it before. His capabilities to slaughter you, right? Or to potential to murder, right? What he doing to those Arabs in Gaza? To get a couple of guys, they destroyed a whole damn refugee camp. Bomb, killed like 500 people. Let's get a couple of people in there. And that shows you his mentality. But we already knew that. But that's further proves his mentality. All right? Get a couple of people, you're going to kill 500 people just like that. How much more he'll do to the people in the real biblical Israelites in Babylon? Right? Esau is capable of those things. What he did in all his wars, what he did amongst Vietnam, Iraq, right? What he wanted to do to Iran. Right? So that's what he's capable of. Right? And Esau, Amalek, he can get away with that. All of them can get away with it. Right? But they had tribe, the wickedest tribe, the bankers. They can really get away with it. They can kill indiscriminately. That's why they can kill 500 people. And he said, "Oh, I saw a clip." He said, "Oh, that's just the cat. That's how our war is, you know." The Khazar said that, you know. You didn't even. So you did that to get a couple of Hamas soldiers. They admitted it. They did it. That's the casualties of war. That shows you the capability of what Esau is capable of. He don't have the same morals that normal people have. Right? That what Israelites have anyway. All right? In a so-called civilized society, where we got rules, checks and balances, and all that shit, you know, and international laws. And Esau, down excluding Amalek, the so-called Khazar Jays, they don't have to follow those rules. All right, and they run the system, the banks, all right, the laws, all right, the lawyers and all, they control all that shit. The judges, the lobbies and all that, the J lobby. All right, so you gotta be of a wise mind to know that eventually those same powers that they exercise outside of America, they're gonna exercise here in America. During the time of Jacob's trouble. All right, the time of Jacob's trouble means they're going to be in, Jacob's not going to have power. So it can't be talking about them anyway. The time of Jacob's trouble, I heard they were comparing that to Jacob's trouble or something like that too. That's fucking insane. Jacob don't have no power. The time of Jacob's trouble, only the small number of Israelites are going to have power. Very small minority of Israelites. Those people that call themselves Jays, you know, over there in the Levant, they got a lot of power. They got missiles, technology, billions of dollars. America to back them up. How can that can't be Jacob's trouble? They wouldn't have so much damn power. Time of Jacob's trouble, we're going to be weak.
Yeah.
Okay? We're weak now. We're a little sanctuary like we read in Ezekiel 11 chapter. All right? Good offense, Peters. Start. Thank you very much. But
It says 1 Peter 4, starting at 1 again. It says, for as much then as Hamashiach has suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves with likewise with the same mind. For he that hath suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin.
Yeah, so you understand that, your priorities, you get your priorities straight, you become more centered, you're not lofty and proud. When you suffer, it helps you be humble. But if you never suffer like that, then it's very difficult to be humble, if it is even possible. That's how you go through certain things. Not saying you got to go through the worst shit ever, but you suffer to. Okay. It's not not too. It's not a one-way street. Boy. You suffer. You suffer to keep you humble. Right? My man is fucking.
See, she went into the park deal after she kicked it.
Yeah, dude, they're going a two-way street, going on the opposite side. This is like a little turn real quick. You got people hitting meters. Spirits. Right? I guess they're nervous because we're standing there. But they ain't paying us no attention. It's spirits.
Yeah.
Alright? So continue.
It says 1 Peter 4:2 that he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men,
Yeah, so it humbles you, right?
but to the will of the Most High.
Yeah, so it gets you centered into serving the Lord. Alright? And that's the way that the Lord chose to bring us in. Alright? Bring us in through a little suffering. Again, it ain't gotta be the worst thing in the world, had the worst experiences, but you encounter certain things and then somehow a video popped up, you know? For me, I already knew I was an Israelite since I was 15 years old because I had an Old Testament only Israelite teacher. And then I lost contact with them, and then YouTube came out 2 years after YouTube came out, 2005, 2007, and I searched Israelites. Something to put in. Then others and apostles popped up in other groups, and I was hooked since. You know, now, I went through some things in 2010. I started taking it seriously. And in 2011, I came in. Right? So it was through that suffering and knowledge I came into the faith. Right? And I was searching. You know, I was in Kemet, and I was searching for the truth. You know, wanting to be free from my current conditions, my poor conditions, from my current situation. You know. But at first, you know, it was somebody just mentioned it to me, you know, and I said, you know, let me try to see what's going on here. Then I felt like it was a spirit that came over me, even though I only learned a little bit, and I learned, you know, abbreviation of the Lord's name, or the Most High's name, Yah, it's an abbreviation. All right, it's not his proper name, it's an abbreviation. I mean, even through that, there's a lot of power just in that. Then I lost contact with them, and then I found the elders years later. Right? So the point is that it was I suffered, and I was thirsty for knowledge, and then I came in. All right, read that verse again.
1 Peter 4:2 that he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men, but to the will of the Most High.
You're totally focused on your career, because if not, I would have been totally focused on my career, and on the world. So the Lord made me thirsty for knowledge. All right? Once I was introduced to the scriptures, because I wasn't ever introduced to the scriptures before. All right? I was kind of wandering aimlessly with no direction, and that's a curse, not to have a purpose. All right? I was just into, you know, certain trades or whatever. All right? Then I got direction when I got, you know, Old Testament only Israelite, and then I evolved past that to the whole book, right? New Testament, which is the whole book, minus the animal sacrifice, right? Good.
God, it says 1 Peter 4:3, for the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles, when we walked in lasciviousness, lust.
Meaning whatever you want. Being a heathen, behaving as you're a heathen, worshiping their holy days, going to their festivals. It says, being a Greek, you know, working out in the gym, playing in the Olympic Games. Go ahead.
It says, when we walked in lasciviousness, lust, excessive wine, revelings, banquetings, and abominable idolatries. It says, verse 4, wherein they think it strange that you run not with them to the same excessive riot, speaking evil of you. It says, verse 5, who shall give account to him that is ready to judge the quick and the dead? It says, verse 6, it says, for this cause was the gospel preached also unto them, or to them that are dead.
Yeah, meaning spiritually dead, that the gospel is preached to them that are spiritually dead. We were spiritually dead. Meaning not wandering aimlessly through life without a purpose. Right? And our purpose was to preach the gospel. Right? Well, and it gives you direction in your personal life too. You know, like how to arrange your life, your personal life. Well,
It says that they might be judged according to men in the flesh,
there you go. Judged according to men in the flesh. We are in the flesh. Right?
but live according to the Most High in the Spirit.
Right, yes, but we're governed by the Holy Spirit. All right, so read that verse again. When you say, well, you can't judge. Oh, well, the scriptures say if you're a qualified judge, you can judge. Like we read in Matthew the 7th chapter. We're qualified judges, meaning we're able to make a decision on what's good and what's evil. That's what it means. All right? We can say what's good, what's evil, and the measuring stick is the scriptures. Good.
1 Peter 4 and 5, it says, who shall give account to him that is ready to judge the quick and the dead? For this cause was the gospel preached also to them that are dead, that they might be judged according to men in the flesh, but live according to the Most High in the Spirit.
But live according to the Most High in the Spirit. So we know that we're able to make judgments. Judge here, judge there. Okay, you got this rank, you don't get any rank. Okay, going out there doing that was stupid. Okay, don't involve yourself in that. We can say that. We can say it's not necessary to travel to other countries to preach the gospel. We can do that through the internet. All right, that's a judgment. All right. So we can judge. All right, it's perfectly, and the apostles did that. When he said you have faith to be healed, the apostle made a judgment. He said, "Get up and walk." That was a judgment, right? And it was through the Holy Spirit that that man walked. Right? So yeah, we can judge. We always were able to judge. That's something that these anti-Christians say to avoid being exposed for them being sinners. All right, that these are sinners making these comments saying you can't judge. All right, because they're full of damn sin. All right, if your house shy wants to make you better, you're going to be judged so you can get to the point where you become a better person. All right, so you can be fit for salvation, fit for use, fit for the master's use. Can be Timothy. You have a precept you want to bring out? Yeah, bring it out.
This is the book of 2 Thessalonians 3 and we'll start at 7. It say, for yourselves know how ye ought to follow us, for we behave not ourselves disorderly among you, neither did we eat any man's bread for naught, but wrought with labor and travail night and day, that we might not be chargeable to any of you, not because we have not power, but to make ourselves an example unto you to follow us. So the stuff that we can, so the stuff that we saying, we living as an example, all right? We're not coming out here and, judging if we're not qualified to do so, all right? Because we walk after Yahweh Shai, all right?
2 Timothy 2 and 20.
Yep. This is 2 Timothy.
You get 2 Corinthians 10.
2 Timothy chapter 2 and 19, it says, nevertheless, the foundation of the Most High standeth sure, having this seal, the Lord knoweth them that are his. It says, and let every one that nameth the name of Hamashiach depart from iniquity. But in a great house there are not only vessels of gold and of silver, but also of wood and of earth, and some to honor and some to dishonor. So it goes on to say, verse 21, if a man therefore purge himself from these,
purge himself from the lesser material, okay, the inferior product, purge himself from that.
He shall be a vessel unto honor, sanctified and meet for the master's use, and prepared unto every good work.
Yeah. All right. So again, we're the better part. All right. So if you purge yourself from the lesser part, from the inferior parts, the inferior qualities about yourself, or inferior brothers that are not really brothers, you'll get better. All right. You'll get better. All right. So I know some about spies, but spies and we can't. All right. Yeah, you gotta look out for that. You gotta look out for orders not being followed when it's simple orders, or even when they're more complex. You gotta be careful about that. All right. 2 Corinthians, you got? 2 Corinthians 10.
God, I'm gonna read it. Second Corinthians 10 and 1.
This 2 Corinthians 10 and 1. It say, now I, Paul, myself, beseech you by the meekness and gentleness of Hamashiach, who in presence and base among you, but being absent and bold towards you.
Let me look at the word. Continue.
Verse 2, but I beseech you that I may not be bold when I am present with that confidence, wherewith I think to be bold against some which think of us as if we walked according to the flesh. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh.
Right.
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down of strongholds.
Yeah, they think we walk after the flesh. Yeah, we're not. Meaning we're spiritual. Meaning everything is not just based upon earthly things. We don't mind earthly things. Right? Like revenge, getting bottles. Right? Give me that mind earthly things. That should be a precept. Read your precept again. You say where you at. You read that again.
Yep. You want me to start from the top?
Yeah.
This 2 Corinthians 10 and 1, it say, now I, Paul, myself, beseech you by the meekness and gentleness of Hamashiach, who in presence am base among you, but being absent and bold towards you.
What?
But I beseech you that I may not be bold when I am present with that confidence, wherewith I think to be bold against some.
Yeah, they think we're bold, but no, we're not. We're bold against some with arrogance, like unrightful. You know, we have the gospel. Right? And we were sure about what we're saying. We believe what we're saying. What?
Yep. Which think of us as if we walk according to the flesh.
Yeah, it say no, we don't walk according to the flesh. Right? We walk according to the Spirit. Right? The Holy Spirit. What?
Yep. It say, for though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh.
What?
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
Yeah, so we don't war after the flesh. Okay, so we don't want to bring bottles and all that shit. We understand that there's going to be different ways that the system, Esau, can trap you up. So we're not going to involve ourselves in those systems purposely. All right? Continue.
Yep. Verse 4, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down of the strongholds.
So, yeah, so that's how we get the victory. All right? By preaching the gospel, all right, through His word, all right, not for contention, not for strife.
This Philippians 3 and 15, it says, let us therefore, as many as be perfect, be thus minded. And if any, it says, and if in anything ye be otherwise minded, the Most High shall reveal even this unto you. It says, verse 16, nevertheless, whereto we already have, or it says, we have already attained, let us walk by the same rule. Let us mind the same thing. Brethren, be followers together of me, and mark them which walk so as ye have us for an example. For as many, it says, for many walk, of whom I have told you often, and now tell you even weeping, that they are enemies of the cross of Hamashiach.
Enemies of the cross. Yes, so you have enemies of the cross. You have men out there that are set up to have us blamed for things, all right, whether they know it or not, all right, meaning by their actions. All right, then you actually have, provocateurs that will provoke certain situations at certain heated times that are very, very convenient. Remember, they have different programs that can converge at a point of a protest or at a point of a large gathering, They be running a damn operation. What they said, when terrorist attacks happen, when the drills are running and shit, or mass shooting happen when the drill is running, or one or the other, or both. All right, so you want to stay away from like such areas like that. They get Esau be running drills in the background, and you get caught up in the damn drill and get blamed. All right, what?
It says, Philippians 3 and 19, whose end is destruction,
whose power is their belly, and whose glory is in their shame, who mind earthly things.
Who mind earthly things, who glories in their belly. Then they want the notoriety, they want the popularity. That is the actual spirit out there. We got people that just want, like, you know how people watch YouTube shorts because it's quick, or Instagram Reels are quick. That's like a certain people only, like, they build their channel just off those short clips. People like content like that. So there's an actual spirit where people just like, mainly like 90% is controversy, getting somebody told, cussed out and all that. You know, they want to be in the mix. That's the actual spirit that people are in. So we want to go away from that spirit. We don't want nothing to do with that spirit. Right? That's never been, that's nothing that we were ever taught. Right? We were always taught to find, public street, keep the sidewalk clear so people can pass through. You know, that's what we were taught. Not to go preach on private property. We weren't taught to do that. You know, and we kind of took the example from apostles and elders. All right, emulated what they did. That's why, we setting a good example is important, a clear example. All right, there's some, like the script says, Israel is lost sheep. They're stupid. All right, so you got to set an example, to your viewers that you want them to follow. All right? And you should have your own mind anyway. You shouldn't be a carbon copy of another man. There are other people that worship people's personalities, where they speak, where they bring scriptures out, and then they carbon copy that man. Right? That's not good. That's not good. Read that verse again. Mind everything to look up earthly.
Gone. Philippians 3:19, whose end is destruction, whose power is their belly, and whose glory is in their shame, who mind earthly things.
All right, you look up earthly. You got a precept? You're going to end it on your precept.
Oh no, I was going to look up the word.
Oh, earthly. All right, we can end it here. All right. Earthly. You mind earthly things.
Yeah,
3:19.
3:19. Earthly things. It says epigios. It say existing upon the earth, earthly, terrestrial.
Terrestrial. Give me where it says that he should not enter the kingdom of heaven, nor effeminate, nor abuses themselves in mankind. So read that verse, read that precept again.
And verse 20 is good too. It says, Philippians 3:19, whose end is destruction, whose power is their belly, and whose glory is in their shame, who mind earthly things.
Yep.
For our conversation is in heaven. It says, for our conversation is in heaven, from whence also we look for the Savior.
Right, our conversation is in heaven, so we don't look on things temporal, we look on things that are eternal. All right, so that's the spirit that we're in.
Yeah.
Like, remember, this kingdom is going to be destroyed. This kingdom is temporal. All right, it's going to be destroyed by a nuclear holocaust. Right?
Yeah, I wanted to add on, you got some jakes, they be doing what, like 3-hour live streams and not one scripture comes out.
Oh yeah, he explained what the implant was.
Yeah,
that same group, the Wi-Fi group.
Oh yeah, Wi-Fi.
Then he explained, like, at the end, he didn't even really explain
Yeah,
it.
it took them like 4 hours.
Yeah, like, damn, come on, man. And what is the shipment in 10 words or less? But what is the market of these 10 words or less?
Oh well, and you already know it says if basically they don't say nay or what is it?
They cut around corners. And
Yeah, basically.
I didn't actually, I didn't see the actual video.
If they don't say yes or no, then basically you already know that evil's coming, next.
Yeah.
Basically, what they say.
Well, the scripture say, "Let thy yeas be yea." Get that precept? Let thy yeas be yea, and thy nay.
Yeah, that's
nay.
what I was referring to.
Yeah. So you can't. If we ask you a question that's relevant to the topic of discussion, not just some random question that don't mean nothing. No, a relevant question to the topic of discussion, then you should answer. So not like somebody come up asking a dumbass question. Okay, I'm not answering it. We're moving on. We ain't talking about that's not what we're talking about. We can answer it in brief and then move on, all right? But if we ask, if the topic was, what is the mark of the beast? mark of the beast is the implant microchip. That's the answer. Alright? Or the mark of the beast is Christianity, sleeping with the white women or embargoes and shit. That's a direct answer. Right? Now the truth is that it's the implant microchip. Alright, it's the implant. It's not any of those other things. It's the implant. That's what the mark that Esau are going to impose on the world. Well, that's what we believe. We're going to have long lines outside of different hospitals and neighborhood houses. You're doing it. Y'all doing it, man. Y'all here preaching.
Very funny.
Huh?
I was just thinking to myself, I didn't have time, but I'm gonna say it anyway because.
What the sign? That's what's important.
I had a natural life sentence. I was never supposed to get out of prison. Okay.
How long you had it?
A natural. You still not listening. I had a natural life sentence. I was never supposed to get out.
But how much time did you serve?
27 years. I got out 2 years ago.
Okay. Hey, the Lord was with you. He
God is real.
Yeah,
and I never even had to go back to court.
Yeah. They probably didn't have DNA or whatever. I mean, or camera or something. Yeah.
I mean, you said it right the first time.
They ain't had no DNA.
No, you said it right the first time. However it happened.
Yeah, however it happened. I said DNA first time. Then I said however it happened. That's the second time, right? But yeah.
Jay just be covered up.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, that was his consolation. He got free from fucking prison. But he ain't gonna come with the truth, yo. He received his prize. He got free from prison. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, this is the book of Matthew 5:37. It says, "But let your communication be yea, yea, nay, nay. For whatsoever is more than these cometh of evil."
There we go. That's it. Did you have a point? You gonna bring something up?
Yeah, that was it.
That was it. All right, so hope you edified. Shalom.